Rock is just really good against Warwick too. She can just time the Warwick belt and silence him every time, and that's gonna be a dead wolf every time. And unless he gets really tanky and just gets in there. But they do have Mundo. It's I feel like you know how there's like the shield battery in StarCraft 1?
Yeah.
I feel like Mundo is a shield battery when you have Warwick. Because, you know, Mundo kind of runs in. If you have a Spirit Visage, you hit your Q, you can heal for like 500-600 hit points. So, Warwick definitely does really well against Mundo. Late game team fighting because he's going to be in the middle of everybody. They're going to do a lot of damage on him. And he's going to be able to just swipe on Mundo very frequently if he goes the Spirit Visage Frozen Heart build and just become unkillable, really. And so, let's see how that goes.
Now I'm thinking of some kind of like strange we get like a Protoss skin for Mundo. He's just a walking battery. That'd be hilarious.
Only against Warwick.
Only against Warwick, yeah.
Because he gets so much health. Because the way he synergized with health.
So I so many skin ideas just coming to mind that I can't formulate all of them.
I'm actually a little worried about TSM. It feels like they have no real, unless they win early game, you know, convincingly. I feel like when it gets to late game, they're gonna have a big problem though, just because of their team comp versus Dignitas' team comp. So it's basically TSM needs to make big moves early on to win with the current team comp they have.
Yeah, I'm also hoping that perhaps Reggie will buy that Hourglass maybe a little bit sooner this time around, because it was a bit of a late Hourglass. It was kind of it was a little bit of a hairy situation. But hopefully, we've seen the past games. Maybe perhaps buy it a little bit earlier this time. Yeah. Stay in the team fights longer. Make sure you get your ult off.
And I'm a little worried for Darius too. I don't see Warwick beating Olaf as well. You know, you kind of go up, you swipe him. He's gonna hit W. He's gonna lifesteal off creeps.
Yeah.
And if you don't harass him enough, maybe he doesn't even need to put a lot of points into W, and he can put a lot of points into Undertow and his true damage. So yeah, he's gonna definitely harass Warwick a lot more than Warwick can sustain with this Q.
Yeah, and true damage in lane is definitely something to be feared. So true damage, we have Olaf doing true damage. We have champs like Ari doing true damage. Like, where does true damage in lane excel?
True damage in lane excels against most bruisers, because bruisers, they go tanky DPS, and really the tanky portion of what they got is just basically negated, because armor at that point doesn't matter. So
yeah. All right, I just want to remind all of you guys at home, if you have any big plays, any LOL replays that you want to send our way, we do our top 5 videos every now and again, so be sure to send us your replays. IPL LOL replays at gmail.com. We got prizes. We got a few things we give away to some good plays out there. You're on our latest top 5. You had our Shyvana video. Yeah, did you say?
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
nice.
we just threw that. What was it, Quadra, I think?
No, I didn't get the Quadra, but it was a 2v4.
It was a 2v4.
I got hooked by Blitzcrank, I think, and we ended up killing him, which is pretty sweet.
So yeah, once again, if you have your LOL replays, you got any big plays, send them our way. IPL LOL replays at gmail.com. You might end up in one of our videos and might win. You might win something for yourself. Who knows? And once again, big shout outs to AMD. They also got Twitters as well, AMD_unprocessed and AMD Radeon. Be sure to follow them for all of their news and info. We're almost about to head into game. Spectator Delay is about halfway done. Remember, please do tweet at us who you think is going to win at IGN Pro League. We got the hoodies, we got the mouse pads. You can go ahead and win those. And I'm so excited. Just like I said, I can't think of a better way to end Killing Spree than like this. Dignitas, TSM, 2 wonderful teams, and this is it. Like, this is the precursor. This is the kind of level of play we can expect from IPL 4.
Definitely. Definitely. I'm so worried this game for TSM though.
I know, I am too. I am too.
Just because, like Mordekaiser's really good against short range champion, and they have 4 champions that needs to get up in there, and Mordekaiser is going to be able to drop the ult on either one of them. And
yeah.
So specifically Reggie is going to need to get that early Hourglass, or else he's just going to die right away. And having all the extra AP from killing Reggie is going to make Mordekaiser a freaking beast. So
I mean, Mordekaiser, like, there's really no there's really not a bad target for him to ult, really. I mean, he can he can ult anyone, and whatever ghost he gets, I mean, it's going to be a win. I mean, especially Graves and Nocturne, but really it's because usually when you play Mordekaiser, you want to focus on 1 or 2 champs. You want to focus on the main carries to get their ghosts. Like if the enemy team has like a Vayne and they have a whole bunch of other tanks, you're pretty much limited to only try and ghost the Vayne. But here, it doesn't matter. You can get anyone. Anyone's a good pick.
Oh yeah, Gragas was way overpowered at one point. Jenna Gragas, you kind of just shield him and he goes belly dance at people, just charge at them and does just massive amounts of damage. Especially when you start Fort Pot. Oh my God, you see those big ass man with a barrel coming at you super drunk and you just turn and run. That's
a frightening sight.
You just turn and run.
just see a big fat drunk man charging at you with a barrel in any context. That's just that's just scary. Hopefully we won't see that in Vegas. I hope not. I don't know. We'll
I'll be that man.
No, don't be that guy.
I'll be that man.
You don't want to be the guy.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be the guy. I don't want to be the guy. I don't even know. I'm just making stupid references now.
It's all good. It's all good. We're heading into game 3. Dignitas TSM, it's 1-1. This is the decider in the last episode of Killing Spree. We got the point defense once again here. Dignitas covering all bases. Really don't want to get invaded. But you know what? TSM is doing the same. Every entrance is covered. And Reggie and Scar are just saying hi in mid, doing what they can. But X Special gets the ward down. So Dominate will be spotted when Wraiths go down, when he starts going for those.
Basically, when he starts Wraith, if he does, there's still an opportunity by Reggie to steal the Shuriken and a right click if you can time it correctly. So having that ward there is actually pretty good. If he does manage to steal the Wraith, it's going to put Mundo really behind because he's not going to have the levels that he need. So let's see how well he deals with having that ward advantage on Mundo at level 1.
KX actually got quite a few hits on Locust here in the bot river.
And it's late enough in lane where she doesn't really want to go back either. So
yeah. It's just kind of like, there's still a chance. Oh, would that... I don't think...
The axe?
No, did not get stolen just in time. Got that axe
Boy got the gold and EXP for that. So he's going to hit level 2 very quickly.
But Reggie is still hovering around the red, but Scar is here. They're not really going to press the issue, just going to take the few hits from Reggie and just head right back into lane. And then the red is secured for Dominate. He will have that going in. Do you think we might actually see him head into top just for a quick level 2 gank?
Probably not. He's already too
he's
far.
He's looping around.
Obviously, I felt like I responded a little too late, and so I have map hack or just hindsight advantage. But
I'm trying to think. Was it Captain Hindsight from South Park? I think.
Yeah, Captain Hindsight's real strong.
He's pretty OP.
So right now, like Boy is about to ding 2. Warwick's a little far from 2 because the Wraith does give him a little bit more than half of a bar of EXP. So Boy's gonna hit level 2 with just 3 creeps down.
Boom.
And so Dyrus is like, I feel like Olaf already beats Warwick, and with the level advantage that he's gonna have, he's gonna be able to deny Dyrus pretty hard up top.
So Dominate grabs the blue, but he's pretty low on health, so he's going to be heading back in. Voidboy actually getting the Ignite. Mutual Ignites going down. Both champs in top lane. They will both survive. Potions being chugged by both guys, and Dyrus gets low again and gets the Q off. A little bit more health regen that he needs to stay alive.
Oh, but he can die if Olaf lands
gets the axe. We got the axe. Can he get in? He gets the true damage. Q going off from Dyrus again. Trying to get the last bit. The health. 20. Oh, the axe gets it.
Woohoo!
Wow.
That was risky. I wouldn't have gone up for that. I felt like just because Olaf just does really well against Warwick, and so the exchange isn't worth it, especially because he was already behind on Olaf, and once he gets that first axe off, he's going to be able to chase you continually backwards.
So now he's forced the kill. Dyrus has died. He's going to be losing out on that farm. Voidboy is going to start wandering back in the lane. He got himself a Heart of Gold straight away. GP10's going to help him get that gold that he needs for all kinds of stuff, because stuff is definitely good in most games, this being one of them. And Dyrus forced to farm at tower. He's pushed all the way back, and Dominate is actually going to be hiding in the bush.
Oh, Dyrus isn't going to even push the lane, though, so... Well, the lane's going to push naturally, so I'm a little worried for Dyrus. He's going to be forced out of... he's going to be forced past mid lane within, 40 seconds. As soon as the two...
Scarra forced the flash out of that one. Odd One came in for an attempted gank, but he does get out of harm's way.
As soon as the two creep waves up top finish colliding and the creep kills each other, Dyrus
exhausted. Dominate coming back from the bush. True damage going down. We got the AoE from Dominate, and that's another quick kill onto Dyrus top lane. Top lane, it's not looking good for Dyrus right now.
It's definitely not looking good. You know, early game without giving up that kill, you know, he can lane at a disadvantage, but now he just absolutely can't lane anymore just because he's level 3 versus a level 5. Soon as he's level 6 Olaf, you know, the level advantage that he's going to have over Dyrus is going to be so big at this point. I feel like, you know, having a comp that relies on being ahead early and throughout the game and losing this early is going to just snowball the game. It's like, this is one of the type of games I really, really hate to watch and commentate because it's, for TSM, it's just so hard for them to come back from this type of disadvantage.
So, I mean, let's put ourselves actually in the Odd One's shoes right now. So we've seen Dyrus die top lane twice. We had to go cover to the lane just a little bit. Is this, do we make top lane a ganking priority?
No, you
do we
give
put
up
other
on
lanes?
top lane. You basically want top lane to drop and have Dyrus just AFK farm at tower. And Dyrus, if his lanes push, as soon as he hits level 6, he needs to start moving around, not worry about catching up in farm, because he's just going to fall more and more behind if he gets caught by Olaf.
And Dyrus getting caught once again with the axe. That true damage taking off like a third of his health already. But yeah, I mean, if you are a lane losing pretty hard, I mean, it actually is the jungler will actually have better odds going off somewhere else, because odds are if Odd One comes to try and gank Olaf right now,
no, it can turn out really badly.
Yeah, I mean,
they can get turned around and killed actually.
And Reginald getting the ult off on Scarra in mid. Odd One comes up with the Q. Ignite going down, and Scarra will die to Reggie and Odd One in mid. So nice quick gank there.
That's exactly what you need to do. If you're going to lose top lane and you really can't gank for top lane anymore, you need to concentrate your efforts elsewhere. And top, actually, once you start losing tower, you got to keep your line in. The moment you push, you need to be mobile, because what's going to happen is your lane's going to create a big wave, and it's going to entice the other team to actually come and farm it. So you can create a wave and bait the other team to farm it, and then you can roam around and try and help your team and pick up kills. So you can bring your team at an advantage even though you're behind, you know, to offset you being so far behind.
So I think one of the biggest things I see in solo queue is you see someone, they lose lane a little bit early, and then the rest of the game is just, my jungler didn't gank, my jungler didn't gank.
Oh, it's so hard to gank once you lose lane.
Yeah.
You know, there comes a point where not only do you lose lane, like you can't farm, but even when someone ganks for you, you're not going to convert, and potentially they can even turn it around at another point.
So top lane still Voyboy now using that advantage as much as he can, and Cutie Pie actually getting chunked out by Chaos. Did we did not burn any summoner heals, but Soraka was there to help out with her own heals and Dominate, and Odd One high-fiving the jungle. I thought that briefcase was going to miss for a second. It's like I saw him like for a split second just like go kind of like through him.
So Reggie's ult is going to be up in about 15 seconds. So they are looking to pressure mid, because Reggie's doing a really, really good job against Scarra, and now he's able to control Scarra right now. Ooh, and Mundo.
Yeah, Dominate just taking quite a bit from that.
So definitely there's a lot of kill potential mid with Reggie laning against Scarra. So what Nocturne wants to do is he just wants to continually chain gank mid. So even if Dyrus loses top, as long as Scarra loses mid hard enough, you know, it should be, you know, a fair exchange.
So is Scarra 46, Kennen 62, and Dominate showing up in mid, popping the ult, getting some health back. Once again, try to get around Reggie, but Odd One's here. I can't quite do that. But so Scarra, he's definitely losing mid right now by a fair margin. And actually now we got people converging in on Dragon. TSM's getting ready to
So right
try
now,
and take
like,
it.
Warwick went down because, you know, the
Yeah.
moment it's pushed out, he's just going to get chased back and get killed. So it's very worth it for him to come down and help him do Dragon.
And Dignitas, they only have a little bit of vision. They have an idea. They can't quite confirm it. CV going down from X Special, and Reginald comes in with the rush and the ult, and Locust getting caught out a little bit too far, and the Fear should get the last auto text they need. Scar actually comes down here, puts a quick ward down in front of the Dragon, but Cutie Pie is now trying to chase down Chaos.
This is exactly what TSM needs to do
Yes.
to get back in this game because, you know, if you're going to just keep on farming top, you're just going to keep on losing. So you need to make plays right now. You need to be mobile.
Yep. And right now the
very
flash
good,
in
very
from
good.
Dyrus ulting on Scar. We got the Ignite down. He has no shield. Fear coming in, but the ult going down on Dyrus. We will be axed. Dominate comes in and try and connect, and yes, will we get a ghost? We got the ghost. We got the Warwick ghost right there. X Special on the back, but Ottawa taking shots at the tower, and hopefully X Special can get away before a briefcase to the face.
That could have been very, very good if everybody was ready for that. Because if Reggie was slightly closer, he would have been able to get up and get a couple of attacks off and maybe a stun.
We got stuns going down on Mundo, but it looks like if Reggie decides to stay, he will lose that battle. Just going to back up a little bit to tower, farm down there, and right now Graves.
Graves actually losing bot because when he killed Soraka, he tanked Kog'Maw, so he's already at a disadvantage. But as soon as he gets back into lane and have Janna back into lane, he should be able to hold off that lane. So right now, in terms of gold, it's very, very even. But you know, Olaf is going to be a huge, huge problem later game. And giving that... Oh, actually, that was Mundo that got the kill. So Mundo's still going to be a big problem. I feel like, you know, the best case was they kill Mordekaiser. But actually, the worst case happened, and instead of killing Mordekaiser, they actually gave up a kill and assist. So
Yeah.
But still, it's like those kind of plays that they need to make to actually get back in the game. If Dyrus actually does the same move again, now Mordekaiser's flash isn't up anymore. They can actually pick up a kill. But it actually opens up a kill for Nocturne Kennen again, because now that Scar's flash is down, you know, they can close the distance, and he isn't going to be able to bring him back to tower and actually defend it.
Cutie Pie was given the blue buff by Dominate, so he's going to be a lot more spammy here down in the bot lane. Reggie doing what he can, pushing up the mid, forcing Scar back a little bit. Ultimate is back up for Reggie, so we can use that to his advantage. Scar's ultimate just about to come. Yeah, it is up. It is up. I thought I saw a little cooldown timer arrow on there. And Boy is just 85 to 39. He's doubled up Dyrus in creep
at
kills
this
top
point,
lane.
Dyrus just can't do anything.
Yeah,
he needs to roam. He needs to make big plays right now. So that's what he's doing. Because if he can pick up a couple of kills, each kill is worth about 20 CS. So
yeah,
he's going to try and make up the difference that way.
So right now, Scar trying to defend the mid. Reginald getting a few shots in. Getting the rush down, trying to clear the wave just so he can start pushing down that mid tower. And yeah, Voidboy is just staying to his own devices up top lane. Bot lane is pushing for Dignitas, and TSM, they really want to try and make a play on this tower. They want to grab this objective and catch up. Dignitas still pushing down bot lane. Chaos and X Special are just sticking by their tower, sticking by their guns.
They're all gonna group up with this blue right here.
Yeah.
So.
And there was a little bit of vision. We got a ward up here by the entrance.
They all know that they're all converging. So
and right now, Dyrus out front, checking the bush. Olsen going down, Kennen ult going down, Nocturne ult going down. Scar just melted immediately. Dominate still in the bush, trying to get away. His ult is popped, so he will be getting some health back. But Odd One gets caught out, gets the true damage and the ignite, and he will die as well. Reginald trying to get Dominate through the wall, but exhausted by Locust coming up down.
Oh my god!
Dominate manages to die, but so will Reggie. Wow. I'm not. It's, you know, I mean, that was kind of an even fight.
That was an even fight.
Yeah.
I felt like they still came out ahead, Dignitas, just because they're in the position to farm, and TSM isn't. So you see Voidboy pushing down mid, and TSM's getting denied all those creeps mid, and Voidboy's going to be able to swing back top and get that wave as well. So Dignitas isn't losing out on any farm. If you look at the gold advantage, it's completely even, and after that fight, Dignitas is now ahead. So you look at every single lane, it's just TSM losing out on a lot of gold.
Yeah, I was looking at the gold count for Olaf right now. It's just we're past 5K. That's pretty huge for the Viking. And I'm also noticing bot lane that Cutie Pie is actually forcing Xpecial out of the fight pretty early, but Locust actually getting it Tornado, but they will not be able to connect with the rest of the damage they need. But yeah, Cutie Pie is forcing Xpecial back quite a bit, just getting the long distance shots.
The thing with Cog is when he had blue, he was able to spam a lot of spells and do a lot of damage.
Not anymore though.
Basically, when it comes to a point where the Janna shield can't block enough damage and your carry starts taking damage, that's when the break even is. And with the blue buff, it put Cog over that point, and so he can push out Graves at one point. But now that it's gone, Graves should have an easier time, and he should be able to lane very easily.
So Reggie continuing the push in mid, and Cutie Pie is actually he's stuck in the bush, but he should be able, might be able to take out Xpecial zone. Actually, no, he's just going to go ahead and back off. Locust is nearby to lend the support, to lend the helping hand if necessary. Gex trying to get the damage he needs, but Cutie Pie is returning in kind. And in the mid, Scar and Dominate have to try and dual defend the mid tower, but not much doing. This tower will fall to Reggie. Chunking away, getting it down, and Scar can't really do much about it. And now we just got a nice little Dominate will come back in the mid, help Scar farm up all those minions, and Dragon back up. So we might have TSM here try and grab another objective, because it's exactly what they need to do to get ahead. Gold is even, but you know, with this Dragon, they can get the little edge that they need. But we do have vision. We got a little bit of vision here from Dignitas, especially what they need. Ooh, it's getting very low, but the TSM will go ahead and grab the Dragon. They will engage on Dominate. He's right out in front. Cannon ult going down, but Mundo ult is poppy. Will be getting back that health. Reginald's out in front, and Janna ult clears everyone away, but Dominate will die. Voyboy chasing after Reggie. He will get the axe. KX now running for his life, and Dyrus is as well. Janna also trying to run away.
Oh.
Janna's...
That actually wasn't too bad. They got...
Oh, Scar flashes through the Tornado and gets the kill. Wow. Voyboy is still laying in wait, though. He might be able to try and get something on Odd One. He's a little bit too far up. The Spell Shield trying to prevent the true damage, but Voyboy needs to retreat. Needs to get out of there. Locust is nearby. Gets the axe off on KX. A little bit more damage. Gets the true. Dyrus is in pursuit. Ult is down. An Odd One very, very low, 50 health, and Soraka picks up the kill. Tower will not be able to pick it up, but the Q from Dyrus will get the kill on Soraka. Voyboy, oh god, I thought he was going to take a second tower for a second.
Oh god. That was very, very scary for both teams.
Oh god, yeah.
It actually wasn't too bad for TSM since they did pick up Dragon, and they lost out some, so the gap actually remained the exact same. So had they picked up another kill or Janna didn't die, it would have been a very, very positive fight for TSM. So overall, it's not too bad for either team.
Shuriken just a little bit too late.
That's exactly where he was.
Yeah,
it was a little too late.
You know what? I'm very glad I went back mid to check up on Scar, because that was an excellent flash through the Tornado to pick up that kill. I didn't even know you could do that. That's impressive. That was very impressive. But yeah, so right now, Dignitas, despite that fight, there's still about 600 gold only separating these teams. Dignitas is 3 kills up. TSM does have one tower. They've taken down 1 tower. They've taken down 2 dragons. So I mean, we have an objective-based team and a kill-based team, and they're still ending up pretty even right now. And Dyrus was denied pretty hard time. He's still 2 levels behind Voyboy in comparison.
He's definitely still 2 levels and just half the CS, so he's got a long ways to catch up.
Yes.
And Voyboy's 502 right now too, so you're not going to be able to get away from him. He's going to have, he has a Shirelia's and he's got some GP5, so his gold advantage is absolutely monstrous right now. He's probably at like 7 point, or close?
7. So 7. So there's about 2,500 gold separating Voyboy and Dyrus right now, and that is absolutely impressive right now. But it's just, you know, you have the gold, how will you use it? Dignitas is doing pretty well right now. We got the Hex Drinker, we got the Shrelias on Olaf right now, 2 very good pickups, but we will see how that translates into later team fights. Chaos and Special now pushing up the bot lane, doing what they can, but Cutie Pie is actually doing quite a bit of damage. But wow, look at that tower! I haven't quite noticed that tower health recently. That got chunked out pretty low. What's actually it's
they're both
really low. They're just going at it as much as they can. And Chaos are gonna get in, just get those 2 hits that you need. Yes, you will. And Mundo pops the ult, and TSM just decides to run while they can. But Reggie comes in with the flash ult in response. They're trying to get the kill on Locust. Will they be able to? No! Locust will walk away, but the Ignite may finish him off. But Reginald is in a very sticky situation right now. Dominate will not be able to connect, but Cutie Pie has died. Will we be able to get some true damage off on KX? Yes. KX, they're trying to get it, and the Mord ult may finish off KX. We got the shield from Janna. Will be able to prevent enough damage to keep him from going down. I'm not sure if it will. Skara gets the kill on X Special, and actually Dyrus meets Voyboy in his own jungle. Dyrus has no option but to ult, and the Ignite going down, he has to flash away. I'm not sure if Voyboy not gets killed. The Shirelles gets popped, he gets axe down, can get a true damage, can get what he need. Yes, you can, and Voyboy will walk away.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
It is so big for Dignitas right now.
Big plays.
Had Soraka drop too, it would have been a fine fight. But,
yeah. Barely hanging on.
She literally lived with like 150 hit points.
Oh, and Voyboy getting caught out by Odd One.
That was very big. They needed that very
And Lucas dies to Chaos in bot lane. Back and forth in this 3rd game. I'm so happy. So much action here going on right now.
Just getting. I feel like Dignitas is getting a little too overconfident just because of the kill gap. They don't know how close the gold count is.
Yeah.
They're just strictly looking at the numbers. They're not looking at the tower or dragon advantage. So if they get overconfident a couple more times, you know, they can easily drop their advantage. And so that's something you should look out for. Even though, you know, Dignitas has a really strong late game comp, if they get overconfident and give up those advantages that they have had for the entire game, you know, I feel like TSM can still make a comeback.
And we do have the privilege of the map hack. We have the privilege of the stats. We know all about the gold and all this stuff. When you're in game, though, a lot of stuff is not privy to you. You don't. You only get your vision on your half of the map. You have a good guess on gold, but you really don't have a whole lot to go on. You have your kills, you have your assists, you have your creep kills, and just whatever towers you see.
Enough for dragon. So I feel like TSM is going to give up dragon to get top tower. I feel. Because they kind of don't want to fight at this point, so they feel like it's better to just be mobile and just take objectives, or just trade objectives at least.
Right, and TSM, they have vision on Baron. Dignitas has vision around Dragon, so it's kind of, you know, even vision right now. Dominate actually getting the wards that he needs down, so Dignitas is pretty well warded at the moment. And we may actually see in Oracles in the near future, possibly on Locust. So or even Dominic can grab. Actually, Dominic might actually be a better candidate for the Oracles. He's pretty dang tanky. But Reginald trying not to get caught out by Cutie Pie. Then now we have this contested dragon here.
Oh, there's no way. There's no Nocturne to smite that.
Yeah, and actually the dragon also reset. So yeah, dragon.
That's a free dragon for Dignitas. It's just. It wasn't feasible for TSM to fight that because, one, they've been tanking, they lost a little bit of damage. Cannon's Lightning Rush was down too, so there's no real initiation to start that fight.
Yeah, Cannon had to Lightning Rush just to get away from Cutie Pie, plunking down
I felt like if they're going to rush it, they should have all gone and damaged it. They might have been able to finish it in time.
And Cutie Pie actually getting caught out in the middle of the jungle, but the ultimate from KX not enough to finish it off. But the ult from Mord will get a Graves Ghost to walk around, and Dyrus is not too far away. Yeah, that's the Graves Ghost doing so much to Dyrus.
They need. Oh god, that was so bad.
It's a team kill.
I felt like that kill on Graves is just he wasn't expecting. He wasn't expecting.
Yeah,
Mordekaiser to be there, so it was, you know, it was expected, but the Dyrus knew Mordekaiser and Kog'Maw was there, so
Special getting caught out by Voyboy, gets slowed. We don't want to lose that Oracles. Don't lose that Oracles. We have the fear going down onto Voyboy, but what happened? The blowback did not do anything.
Oh, the ultimate.
The ultimate from Olaf prevented the blowback from Janna.
I think she should have ulted it earlier, and that way it would have knocked him back immediately, so it wouldn't allow him to chase her down. And it would have forced him to use his ultimate too, so I felt like that was a delay on the ultimate
I also like the nice little
He could
reminder
have
ping.
potentially been baiting it, but it just wasn't worth it at all for Janna to wait that long.
I like the reminder ping from Boy that appears like, oh yeah, we didn't take that tower down. We should probably do that. So Locust here, still with an Oracles, has X Special rebought one. No. So we have an Oracles on Dignitas, not as much vision on TSM right now at the moment. And in terms of wards, I mean, TSM has pretty decent ward coverage, just only surrounding around middle lane. But we have the critical ward here, vision ward from Dignitas around Baron area, in case TSM decides to get a little pushy, trying to go for a Baron to try and turn things around. But in terms of the gold, we're hitting 2-3K lead right now for Dignitas. So they're at a good spot right now. Pings are actually going down from Dignitas around Baron. You see a ward has been placed in the one bush.
They know that the ward's there, so
yeah.
And they also know that blue buffs just came up, so both team knows that they're gonna be at blue. So TSM is making a choice to not fight them because they know that they cannot fight them head on right now. So what they want to do is they just want to split. Dignitas is going to rush this Baron because the moment they see Graves, they know it's going to be pretty safe. So if TSM's going to do anything about it, they're going to basically just have to steal this. Otherwise, they want Graves to push bottom and take objectives.
And Reggie flashes in with the ult to try and make something happen here. Odd One comes in, and Dyrus gets the ult in on Scar, but is not doing a whole lot. Odd One is being focused. Now Dyrus is in the middle of a sandwich, and we have a nice little Reginald Ghost to help with Baron. And that did not work out too well for TSM right there.
What they wanted to do, ideally, was to try and steal Baron and have Chaos backdoor bottom and just stall them long enough, but
I'm not sure.
Baron was about 2,000 hit points, so it wasn't within smiting range. It needed to drop about another 1,000 hit point before TSM engage. That way they can potentially steal it. At that point when they went in, there's just no way they're going to take it. And so it was just a last-ditch effort and try and make something of a really, really bad situation.
So Dignitas will just go ahead and take out that tier 2 in mid, work up to the tier 3. There's not a whole lot that TSM can do right now to prevent this. QT can just be in the back, firing away at the towers. Dominate is right in front, damaging, taking all of the damage that TSM has to dish out, and they're just going to go ahead, retreat back while Voyboy takes the top tier 2 tower. And Chaos really wants that in order to try and get back in here. If we can get this tier 3 tower down, that's a naked inhib available for TSM for the taking, but Graves has to clear that tower first, and Chaos may not be able to get away. We got Dominate here. Ult going down. He's got the little bit extra move speed. Cleaver. Oh, the dash out of the way from Chaos just in time. The other Cleaver not going to be able to do it, those briefcases, but Voyboy now finding Dyrus once again in the jungle. He will not be able to get away. Ult coming in is not going to do a whole lot. Ignite does the job. And Voyboy's just going to go ahead and walk away. Reginald trying to get after it with a rush, but it may not be enough. Voyboy now turning the tide here on Reggie. One more hit will do it, but no. Oh, yes, Axe will do it. And now X Special next on the target list. Voyboy just won't die. A little bit more, and there we go. But 2 for 1.
That was, yeah, that was 2 for 1.
2 for 1.
It was worth it though, because you had
absolutely
on.
And also time killed for Dominate and QT to take this tier 2. Everyone was so concerned with Voyboy up here in this area. It's like, oh man, Voyboy's here running amok. We gotta kill him. In the meantime, Mundo and Kog'Maw just pushing down that tower.
Like right now, Dignitas just has so much more map positioning. They have the comp that's just so much stronger. I was saying how they needed to win, or they need to make something big in the first 10 minutes if they're gonna come back from this game. And so, just at this point, one, they didn't make a big enough difference. So, it's just Dignitas pulling ahead right now. So it's going to be a very, very difficult game from here on out. Just because Kog'Maw is going to be a beast, and he's just going to be able to just right-click basically anyone on TSM down. And so there's no real true tank on TSM that can handle him at this point. And there's nobody to kill Mundo as well. So
yeah, Mundo is... he's playing his role perfect. He's out in front, absorbing all the damage that needs to be dealt, and just clearing the way for the rest of Dignitas to just come in, and ravage everybody. Scar's got the ult and the damage to get another ghost. We got Voyboy on Olaf with all the true damage you need, and he got Cutie Pie in the back firing a whole bunch of fireworks. It's a huge uphill battle right now if TSM wants to go ahead and win this. And Baron is actually we got an eighth of the Baron left, so it's just enough to probably get down this push.
So you know, this inhib is probably pretty much free for... Oh, wow.
Reginald comes in, pushes in on Unknown, Dominate, and Scar. Scar being focused right now by Odd One. But Lucas is here to help a little bit. We get the heals that we need off. And Odd One is in... Oh, Dyrus in the back right now. Can we get another kill here? Onyx Special Dominate. We'll be able to pick that up. And you know what? This might be it. This looks like GG. That's the game. That's surrender. Dignitas has won it 2-1. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.